Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from Consensus by CoinDesk in Austin, Texas. And joining me for this segment, we have Muhney. He's the Director of Marketing and Strategy at Coinsource, world's leader in Bitcoin ATM services. We're going to discuss combating fraud and scams. Derek, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
Tell us about Coinsource and how a Bitcoin ATM works.
So Coinsource is, we're about 7 years old, and as you said, we're definitely the industry's leader in Bitcoin ATMs. We're in about 46 states right now across the country. We also hold the BIT license in New York, so we've got exclusivity in there as well for the operating side of the Bitcoin ATMs. How Bitcoin ATMs work? Pretty simple, similar to a traditional ATM, except kind of the reverse engineered route. So instead of cash out, when you put your debit card into a regular ATM, you insert cash in our kiosks, and you purchase Bitcoin that way. We also offer Litecoin and soon to be Ethereum as well.
What differentiates you from other ATM competitors?
Well, first and foremost, I'd say that our pride of transparency of having the industry's lowest rates, and we also have never once artificially inflated the price of Bitcoin as well. Unfortunately, we see a lot of that sometimes from other operators. So it's a very clear, what you see is what you get, and also the fact that we have so many kiosks across the country. We've got a couple thousand of them, and so the access is very, very easy for the masses.
Does the volatility that we're seeing in the crypto space right now, across all asset classes, does that impact how this works at all?
It's a great question. Given the demographics that we have in our customer base, really when the price goes up, we see an influx of traffic going just because of that fun acronym, the fear of missing out. And then when the price goes down, it's kind of like a fire sale. A lot of the customers that we have are unbanked, underbanked, millennials, Gen Zers. So they still have a need for their day-to-day usage of crypto, and that's why we see really no volume drop as far as the volatility.
Crypto is quickly becoming the payment of choice for many scammers. It's nothing new. We've seen this happen with cash before too. There's always going to be a way for scammers to scam, if you will. What is Coinsource doing to combat this? What can we be doing proactively?
Well, as I always say, we'll never run out of examples of bad people taking advantage of good things. And just as you said, cash is, scams have been going on since the beginning of time. What Coinsource does is not only do we, first off, verify the ID of every one of our customers. You do have to go through a KYC AML process. It's a one-time enrollment, just to verify that you are who you say you are. We don't resell or retarget or remarket that information. But with that, we have a direct relationship and direct connection to our customer base. So from a knowledge-based standpoint on our website to active blogs to scam warnings on our kiosk screens, live 7-day customer support, any type of suspicious activity that comes in, or say your first transaction is of a larger transaction, our daily limits are up to $8,500. So if we see somebody that just created an account and they want to immediately go and buy that maximum daily amount, that will flag our compliance team, and it kind of gives us a little bit more of an insight to reach out to the customer and make sure that they are sending to somebody that they know, and that it's they're not falling victim to those scams that are unfortunately ever so present.
Like you're saying, scammers going to scam.
Yeah.
Do you see the usability of this increasing or perhaps going international, or what other ways is Coinsource looking to grow?
Oh, absolutely. So international is definitely in our plans. Right now we've just been focusing on finding the quality locations as opposed to the quantity. I think 2021 was more of a land grab in our industry. I think everyone was just placing these kiosks everywhere. We saw a hyper rapid growth in the amount of new kiosks being installed just across the board. And I think now, keep in mind the $8,500, for example. Would you feel more comfortable going to, say, John's liquor store at midnight with $8,500 cash in here, or some 24/7 well-lit, well-known brand, convenience store, gas station, et cetera? So we've been really focusing on finding those premium locations here in the States, partnering with, we just did an announcement with Quick Trip, USA Today's #1 gas station brand in the country. They voted, and they're all across the Midwest. And we're their exclusive Bitcoin ATM provider for them. So we'd like to give the safe spaces here in the States.
It's so interesting. It never occurred to me. I believe at the bank I use, it's 2,000 or 3,000 is the limit that you can take out cash each day. I always kind of feel a little bit weird, taking that kind of money out. Not that I do it often, but that you really don't have the opportunity for that. In this case, it's not like you can steal someone's digital wallet. There is somewhat of a safety component built in there.
Yes, and great point too about the safety component and the stealing of the wallet. So we don't offer paper wallets at our kiosk for that very reason, just because if you leave it in your pants, you put it in the washing machine, it's gone. but we are wallet agnostic, so you can use any type of Bitcoin wallet you'd like. You can either type it in alphanumerically or scan the QR code at our scanners, and so you do have that safety component. The funds go straight from our hot wallet directly into the customer's wallets, an address that they put in. So it cannot be hacked. It's completely impenetrable, and so we like to, pride ourselves on that safe, secure means of selling Bitcoin.
Interesting. All right, Derek, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Marketing Reporter.